This was idea of Cilliers. In 1976, at the end of 6, it's more exactly, Garkavi decided to repeat the Cilliers research as a reaction of the very strong sublethal doses of external stimuli. She received this response of the organism, of rat's organism. The same response described of Cilliers. When she started to use stimuli of lower level, she had idea to receive this answer of the organism. What is its common denominator? The same reaction was with different level of expression. But she received another result. It was not the same reaction. The most important that, yes, in the case of high-level impact and medium-level impact, we have the same reaction, very similar to alarm reaction. But when as the response in high-level impact, you see the organism resistance became lower. And as a result of use a medium-level impact, the organism resistance not low, stabilized, increased and stabilized at the high level. And low-level impact produce increasing of organism resistance. But it was confirmed, this result confirms the research of Cilliers, the research data of Cilliers. So, in 1975, Garkavi with Okolova and Kvakin established that medium and low influences bring an anti-stress adaptation reactions. These reactions enhance non-specific resistance of the human body to any damaging factors of the internal or external environment without energy losses in functional systems of the body. The reaction of the low-level influences was named training reaction, training of adaptative capacity, not training like a sport to improve performance. Training of adaptation capacity, adaptation ability, I don't know how it's made to name. In the reaction to the medium level of influences was named the activation reaction. So, look at this idea. So, lethal dose, high percentage of sublethal dose, of lethal or sublethal dose, medium percentage of lethal dose, low percentage of lethal dose. Result of using these influences confirmed the Arndt law. Lethal doses kill, sublethal dose inhibit, smaller than sublethal dose stimulate, a smaller than small dose weaker it smaller is small dose, weaker it stimulates. Smaller is small dose, weaker is influence this and it. So, for every substance, small dose stimulate, moderate dose inhibit, large dose kill. This is repeat my idea that she said before, that anti-stress reaction was named anti-stress because the resistance of organism to stress reaction, to reaction of very strong influence, increase as a result of these anti-stress reactions. Garkavi made another very interesting researches. She treated the rats with different doses of drugs. And look, it's very interesting. This is the treatment with sublethal dose of drug. The rats was dead after 3 weeks. And the control group on which this treatment was not used, after the first treatment was dead after 5 weeks. Excuse me. It was 2 groups of rats infected with cancer. The control group was dead after 5 weeks, and the group of rats treated with stress doses, stressors, the dose of very high dose of drugs, was dead early, 2 weeks early, that control group. In a case when the low-level influences was used, the activation reaction was provoked. The first group was held after around 3 weeks, and the control group was dead 5 weeks later. And in the case of used training reaction, the low level of stimulus, the first group was held after about 5 weeks, and the other control group was dead after approximately 7 weeks. So this result of research illustrated provoking anti-stress reaction is possible to obtain the healthiness of animals. Another very interesting thing that as you remember, the first phase of stress reaction of alarm reaction is described by the manifestation of changing white blood cells number, increase in the leukocytes, decrease in lymphocytes, decrease in eosinophils, decrease in thymus mass, and also decrease in thymus mass. Was two most important indicators. Look, this is the initial phase of anti-stress reaction and stress reaction. It is in Russia, so I said that stress reaction is the third. Training the 1 and activation reaction 2. So, well, look, it is different change in the blood cells change, white blood cells counts, and also in weight of thymus is different. So it's possible to name all these reactions as a percentage of stress reaction. No, because they are qualitatively different, this reaction. This is most important thing. Also, the other markers of these reactions was found. This is the research, result of research of Garkay. So, hormones, anticoagulation system, adrenal gland, inhibitions central nervous system, glucosterols, etc., etc. Blood coagulation system, blood anticoagulation systems. So it was practically patterns of all different reactions. So after these researches was found 3 new type of activation reactions as calm activation, high activation, and overactivation. So 3 training activation and stress reaction fundamentals and activation reaction can be of 3 different types. Very interesting, Garkavi showed that all this anti-stress reaction, also stress reaction, could be verified in organism and also in human body by using the blood cells counts. This is a markers of activation and stress reaction, and stress activation and stress reaction, the difference between them. After this is some complicated idea. Garkavi shown that adaptation, the human organism adaptation during life, is based not on a stress reaction. It's a very interesting thing. This is adaptation reaction in black, and after different kind of activation reaction, and after stress, black stress, white training. So increasing the magnitude of stimulus gradually, the body or organism come through these 3 reactions. It's like changing one after another. It's very, very interesting result of the research. So step by step, the body could arrive at very high level of reactivity. She named this condition. High level of reactivity. It was the state of human body of high-level athletes. So for us, it's only a theoretical approach, but Garcavi used this idea in medicine,